doing a circle to the far end of the arena. I'll just grab a slip of wording sideways. Behind the M113 is a French light tank, a very large gun, the AMX-13. And then behind that is our sole war pack tank, our sole Warsaw pack tank, which is a T-72M. We've then got some British Army, we then have a West German Leopard 1, and then 2 British Army vehicles. The Warrior, that's not actually a tank, it's what we call an IFV, infantry fighting vehicle. And then probably my favourite tank out there today, the last of the lake, which is Channy 1. Bringing up M46, M47 and M48, they're all called Pat. That makes sense, doesn't it? Let's have 3 tanks, all called the same name. What they do is to take the hull, proven hull of the M46 and put the turret of this new tank on top. It is a stopgap, it is only now the tank that just passed me is a Leopard 1. That is the first home-produced West German tank design. It is designed by Porsche, built by Matic, and it is a very, very... There's a couple of peculiar features about it. One of which is that machine gun cupola on the top. Gun man, 50 cal sticking out of it, but to my way of thinking, it adds the height of the tank. And if you are hull down in...
Or the general purpose machine gun, 7.62mm.
And there's a 6-wheel version of this, which is basically more support variant. Again, very fast, I gather.
Yes, really fast, a support variant, and this can be used in reconnaissance roles.
Those additions it could have if it goes off to 5. Hence, I believe at the front there you've got reactive armour and then bar armour further back.
Yes, indeed. And as you said, if this was to go on to operations or theatre, this is how this configuration would be made. The crew on this platform today is Sam Morgan from Army Trials Unit. And then we have Lance Corporal Middleton from 1RHA LAD.
And normally this will be crewed by Reedy, I guess.
Yes, so it's crewed by Reedy, and normally there'd be a crew of 2 with 5 emergency positions, so it can aid stricken vehicles and the crew can follow their stricken vehicle. But the configuration may change depending on the nature of its role.
So it's a vehicle, I always think the craft looks its part. It looks really rather big, butch, sort of moving weight when it goes around the place. But again, vital for that idea of recovery. Another recovery variant coming on, very different looking one. I always think this looks like a Tonka toy from my youth. But what's this fellow?
So this is a support vehicle recovery, normally called the SVR. So where the craft is integral for armoured vehicles, the SVR is integral for recovery and repair of wheeled vehicles, or B vehicles as we refer to them in the military.
And again, crane, the epic crane there, what's that one? Is that for towing or lifting? I presume it's lifting the front end of a vehicle if you're going to tow.
Yes, indeed, it's for lifting or it's for getting valuable engines. Sam Godfrey and Sam Bateson.
Now, an armoured engineer variant like this, we can see line pad on the front, that wonderful arm there gripping the fascine. You know, back inside the museum, you see, we used the fascine on a tank in the Combray attack in 1917. They've been in the military for centuries, for filling ditches, for being able to make quick crossing points. So this is one of those vehicles, armoured engineers, to help the main force forward, help the main open positions, always look towards fronts.
Agreed, David, it really is a jack of all trades. Its main role. Yeah, we're very, very lucky on the Challenger family to be able to do that. It's very, very good to be able to create that smoke stream whilst the vehicle's moving.
And the whole idea, again, it seems an obvious thing to say, but why you need these variants? There's no point having Challenger tanks on their own, unsupported. You need the same speed, the same oomph behind them to be able to keep up together as part of the battle group. And again, as part of the battle group, we're looking here at an old favourite, the Warrior.
Yes, the Warrior, and as you can see there, its turret spinning. On that turret we have the 30mm Gradin cannon, and next to that we have the L94A1. Coaxial machine gun. We refer to it as a chain gun. And crewing that today, we've again got a crew from the Combat Manoeuvre Centre.
Or two will be looking at Challenger 3 coming down here, trials versions coming around the arena. But this one certainly still, let's not kid ourselves, Challenger 2 is still a very potent bit of kit, isn't it?
It is indeed, and when you look at Challenger 3 and the fact that it's using a lot of Challenger 2, it shows how good it is. I mentioned earlier that I would say why it was pertinent that the Craft had the operational equipment entry standards on there. So because of the Challenger 2's uplift to its OES setting, its weight is increased by nearly 12 tonnes, from just under 63 tonnes to 75. So if we didn't have an OES Craft, we'd have nothing that's able to do any towing.
Now, our friends from Royal Wessex Yeomanry have also brought down almost the Challenger 2 in its top secret, as you'd understand. Now, another variant coming on now, bit of a new one for us here at the Tank Museum. We've had a static member of the Ajax family before. This is Ares, is that correct?
Yes, this is indeed Ares, and Ares will transport and support specialised troops across the battlefield. It's got a number of integrated systems when working with other variants of the Ajax family will enhance the intelligence, surveillance, target acquisition and reconnaissance of wrecking vehicles. The platform today is again crewed by members of CMC, some open. So you're now going to see various call signs from the Land Warfare Centre Battle Group conducting phases of battle group movement and exploitation. Battle group tactical objectives is to find, fix, strike and exploit. And what we can see here is an Ajax and an Ares conducting reconnaissance to achieve that fix for battle group objectives. On the Aries, the vehicle that's at the most front, the weapon that you can see at the top is the Kongsberg Protector 153 self-defense weapon. On there, it can have mounted a heavy machine gun, a grenade machine gun, or a general purpose machine gun. And now we can see the Ajax, and earlier we said we'd talk about the I-Star capabilities. So when it gets into position, the primary star will start moving, and it's conducting something known as Wide Area Search Automatic Detect. Each time it scans 360 degrees, it commits to memory the previous revelation, and anything it identifies will show to the crew as a point of interest.
Zero, stand right. One time BRDM and Duggan Infantry, static needs options. Anti-sat minefield between my call sign and enemy location at grid Sierra Yankee 82978826. I am at grid Sierra Yankee 83058831. As of now, I am observing over. Roger.
The call signs have identified enemy positions and fed to the battle group what their assessment is, the enemy location and then their location, to allow the most accurate battle group picture.
Hello, Fox 1 Alpha, this is Kilo, Tango 3 to Delta, India 2 to Charlie, moving to your location now, over. Fox 1 Alpha, roger.
The battle group have now called for more vehicles to come to address these obstacles that have been identified. So we've now seen the mutual support of the Warrior and the Challenger. The Warrior has engaged an enemy target, allowing them to provide protection for their dismounts to go and engage a potential anti-tank team.
Zero, this is India 2 Charlie. Contact 1 times BRDM and dismount infantry. Engaging the main armament and dismounted assault. Enemy location at grid Sierra Yankee 82978826. I am at grid Sierra Yankee 83058831. As of now, engaging now. Zero, good luck.
So as you can see there from the infantry, they're ensuring that they're applying a weight of fire whilst movement's being conducted to ensure that they can move with the protection of the other call signs suppressing the enemy.
1, contacted infantry in depth and we're drawing back to India 2-3 Charlie. 0, good round.
So you're now going to see that infantry dismount, withdraw, ensuring that they remain pointed towards the direction of enemy threat and maintaining rounds down at the target whilst the others withdraw. So we've now seen call signs from the format point, which is in low ground, protected by high ground, exploiting the initiative under control of the battle group and recce troop talking them on.
German artillery battery, a 77mm battery, has come in and they are firing about a kilometre away, just about over open sights, dropping a few rounds in, either HE or shrapnel. German soldiers, the Lancer, are shifting position. They are taking possession of that eminence, that high ground, giving better after fire. And now it's a bit of a stalemate. It's a firefight. We can't go forward, so what we're going to have to try and do is flank that German position rather madly. Because what it's doing here is moving in front of the infantry. The infantry can form up behind the tank and use it as a big metal shield, while the tank uses its armour to suppress the opposition. German army firing back with rifles and also with an MG08 machine gun. That is basically a Maxim design, pretty much the same as the British Vickers gun on the road. It's got a rate of fire 450 rounds a minute. It is not going to make much impact on that tank. British Army doing an advance to contact, and it's ready to knock the fight out of the Lancer. Hands up. The Lewis gun of the tank still firing, but that German position is taken. The way is cleared. We can push on.